In any way, shape, or form. Let's try that one more time. We have some guests in the room today. We have some new people in the room today. So let's just say, how the heck is everybody doing? I want to make sure that I want to make sure I introduce someone. So if you've never been with us before, if you're new to basketball state, go ahead and raise your hand. All right, cool. So I'm gonna have every new person to stand up really quick, tell us who you are and why you chose to join the team, and start with your member. He's like, he did his headshots today. Good. Yes, love it. Nailed the head.
Hi guys, second year. Join, Jeff is on the phone already, so you don't have to go through. But most importantly, the individual perfection sense of that.
Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You other new faces.
Yeah. Not return, return agent. It's been a while, but I'm a Kim. So hopefully,
Good stuff. Love it. Love it.
Hi. Visiting today, leaning towards joining the team. We're Kimmy previously.
Beautiful. Ramos.
Hi, Ramos. I'm very excited to be here, and I'm so
Listen. Corey Rivers, you guys have seen her face before. She was an actual climber with us when we were at real estate, and then we came back together, joined forces again. So Corey Rivers, what's up? Hashtag the adventure making.
Yeah. My final decision in coming over here was when my current brokerage decided that they, on a Saturday, we're going to throw a party for our clients. Asked our clients to come over so that they can have a paper shredding party. And my clients would spend their Saturday morning shredding papers, and I was like, I'm out. I gotta go.
Is that a party?
No, they literally threw a party and gave out hot dogs. I gotta get back to my client people, and here I am. Happy to be here.
Awesome, awesome. Good stuff, good stuff. We're a little different around here. We don't have hot dogs. We do have libations, so, but I think most importantly, welcome to all of our new guests, welcome to our OGs, welcome to everybody that's going to join the session today. It's going to be a high-level view of your business. We're going to talk about some things. You're going to unpack some ideas. Do I expect you guys to walk out of here with a full, clear plan on what's going to happen? No, we're going to start something today. We're going to start the gears going. We're going to start the ideas going. We're going to have some masterminds amongst you guys in smaller little groups. So, before I get started, there's one person in the room that I'd like to honor. I'd like to thank, as ugly and silly as he looks right now. I'd like to give it up to Mr. Kevin Magnat and his mustache. No, Kevin. So Kevin, tell us what people that don't know Untitled Chapter because of his mustache. He's the inspiration for this, all this hair on my face. So I want you to spotlight for a quick minute, bro. Tell us a little bit about what program is, what it means to you, and why you're doing this.
Yeah, so I started this 5 years ago, just getting on the move after movements, and it's just to bring awareness and health. 1 in 8 men die with prostate cancer, my grandfather being one of them. And so I thought it was, I got facial hair just comes naturally, so why not just let it go for 1 month a year and see how much money I can raise to bring awareness to prostate, testicular, depression, suicide, men's health. And so I took on the 30 in 30 days and took it to another level. We're almost to our goal, 1,000. We're at 875. and if you guys got $5, we'd appreciate the support of the club. So thanks again, and for getting Harry with me.
So you guys, let's go ahead and get cracking. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Like I said, you guys, I don't expect everyone to leave here with all the math done, all the stats done. I don't expect that. What I expect is us to have a high-level conversation. Go ahead, run on. A high-level conversation for you guys to unpack some ideas and leave here with some insight on how to look at your business. You guys, I put this up here because it means a lot to me, right? How many of you right now, let's just do a quick survey. This is for the OGs. This is for everybody in the room right now. How many of you are tracking your stats, your behaviors, your activities, everything that you're doing from a business standpoint and some of your personal stuff? How many of you are using Sisu to track everything? Okay. How many of you are masters at Excel and tracking everything like Julie? So, okay, 3 or 4 or 5-ish people. I saw Jen's hand over there. Okay, cool. So for everybody that did not raise their hand, how can you truly dive into your business? Look at your behaviors, your patterns, the things that you do, and how you spend your time. How many conversations it takes to get into contract? How many phone calls that I made? How many offers did I write before I get accepted? If you do not track your stats, you guys, CC is paid for by all, and this is not a CC pitch. What you're going to see as we move into 2022 is that us as a company, we're going to get super focused on the use of CC. Why? Because I know if Hector's able to look at his business from an analytical data standpoint, he'll be able to drive his production. If he knows how he's spending every amount of the time that he's spending in his business, he can know where he needs to improve. Sisu should be your best friend. It should turn from a should do this to an absolute must. We're talking about goals, we're talking about money, but by a show of hands, how many people want to make life-changing money in 2022? How many people are already making life-changing money? Yeah. Dude, how long have you been in the game? Say it one more time. 3-year anniversary, beginning of the month. How many closed transactions since you started? 64 deals, less than 3 years, right? Less than 3 years still, right? Or is it right around 3 years? You know what you were doing before this? What were you doing before this? The legal shit. Selling shoes. I was going to walk into this business for our first career. How many people this is your very first career? Roxanne? The 2 people, right? How many people ran a business ever in their life, other than hustling? How many people ever ran a business, a legitimate business? Because that's how I got my shoes, Mark. That's how I got my business. How many people ran a business prior to coming into those? So if you see the numbers, are really low. And I want to make a really important point here. If you've never ran a business and you're not tracking as a true corporation of business, how do you grow as a corporation does? You have to look at everything granular. You have to say, how am I utilizing my time? What are my priorities? You have to look at everything from a very data-driven way. Because the data is going to help you look at your business in completely different ways. And I don't care if you've never done a deal yet. Doesn't matter. But I know if December's making 20 calls a day and she's doing that consistently throughout the year, you think she's going to be in a better position? You think she's going to be able to look at her own data and be like, you know what, I'm close. Maybe I need to refine my closing skill. Maybe I need to refine how I'm asking for the appointment, but at least we'll have something to go through. Point being, you guys, is that you have to treat this as a true corporation. And I want to share this with you, my thoughts on this. Your success needs to be defined and it needs to be designed. Let's elaborate on this. Everything that you guys do right now, you guys should be able to truly define what your success looks like, and you should be able to design it. You should be able to map out your success over the next 12 months and beyond and be exactly on pace and know exactly where you're going to go. At least you'll know that activities that will get you there. So we're going to talk about a few things today. We're going to break down the year. about setting goals. Part of this action spending your time. We're talking about resources, active skill, and we're going to do a self-assessment. Nothing too crazy. But let me ask you this. How many people know their stats for 2021? Please raise your hand if you know your stats. Was that a half hand, Donna? Donna knows. So Donna, what are your current year-to-date stats? Alexa, turn the lights on. 18 million. Give her a round of applause. 19. Jenna, what are your numbers for the year? What are your numbers for the year? She's going to exceed $30 million. You guys got to know your numbers. Know exactly where you guys are, where you're heading. So we're going to talk a little bit about setting our goals for 2022. Like I said, we're going to do our daily target, resources, optimal schedule, and self-assessment. So let's do this, you guys. First things first, if you're going to unpack your year, you need to unpack it in a couple different ways. First things first, you guys need to know exactly what your current sales volume is. Remember that number. I don't care if it's 1 million, 20 million, you guys have to know exactly what your current sales volume is. How many people know what their current GCI is? Okay, so Kevin Magna, what is your current GCI? 65,000? Okay, why is knowing your GCI so important? One more time? Access. Not necessarily, but we're getting somewhere. Why is your GCI so important? So but it's the money that you haven't made that yet. That's the gross number. You're not taking that home yet. But in this environment, can you make more money with the higher GCI? Yeah. Can you get all the way to 90% by GCI? Yeah. So we'll break down GCI in a second for you. Yeah. So GCI is your gross commission income, and we'll get there in a second. How many transactions did you guys do this year that you represented the buyer? Kimberly, how many transactions did you represent the buyer? 2. And so all of your other transactions were sellers.
Yeah.
Roxanne, what's your buy and sell ratio?
I have 14 buyer.
Out of 29. So it's almost like half and half. Okay, cool. So you guys need to know your transactions. You need to know your average sales price. Ronan, do you know your average sales price right now? Say again? About $1 million. Beautiful. Viv, do you know what your average sales price is right now? It's over $1 million in average sales price. How many lead sources did you have to go through this year? Where did all your leads come from? That's the why. Open houses, social media. We're going to talk about this in a moment. Your sphere, online lead sources. You need to be able to track where everything is coming from. Because what I want you to be able to do is I want you guys to be able to see what lead sources are truly working for you, what's converting at the highest level, and where you can tell them all your efforts in 2022. How many can do a fire bomb ass open house right now? How many people can leave an open house with a ton of leads and have a strong follow-up game? How many people have closed leads this year from open houses? Roxanne, still doing open houses?
I love it.
Still doing open houses.
Yeah,
30 deals this year. How many? Free. You guys, we're a partner with Zillow. We're a partner with Opcity. We're a partner with Ojo. But at the end of the day, you're going to pay anywhere between 25 to 40% on an online lead. That's not to us, that's to them. Once that's done, then what do you have to pay? Company split. So what are you left with? You left with a very small amount of money. Now, all I need is about that abundance. Small quantity. But if you guys know exactly where each deal came from, and I don't care if it's one deal, I don't care if it's 30 deals, you'll be able to know exactly how I compartmentalize my time and where I should put all of my focus. So understand where your leads are coming from. That way you can better target your focus in 2022. Let's have a quick conversation. How many of you guys right now already have this number? Your goal for 2022? Nobody yet? Go ahead, what is it? 100K. In order to walk home with 100K, how much business? A month, that's what sales months. 550. If you did 550 every single month, I think that's more than 100K. Okay. You see who else has their goals already for 2022? You don't? Someone else get her started. Go ahead, Laura.
250,000 income, 3 downlines, 4 community activities.
Beautiful. Okay, so we'll talk about that marketing plan in a little bit. Part of her plan is to share. How many downlines do you have currently? 0. Set the goal higher. You need 5 to activate your second line. So 3 is not going to do anything for you. If one of the 3 recruits somebody and they're producing, you're not going to make money on that person. So to be financially aligned, activate your first line, which is 5. Just set a new goal. So 250,000. How much volume do you want to do for the year? 200. How much sales volume? 25 million?
Oh, no, 25 transactions.
25 transactions. Your average sales is 25 million. For the hard set their goal. Share. Nobody? Good.
I think Roxana is next.
No. She says, don't push her. Don't push her. You guys, I want you to take a moment right now. And I want you to write down what your income goal is. And whatever that number is, let's just start there. Write down what your income goal number is right now. We're going to write a couple numbers right now, you guys. I want you guys to start on that. What is your income goal? Start there. What is your goal for savings for 2022? What is your goal? Because what happened with pandemic hit? If you didn't have some money saved up, when they shut down real estate, you were unessential for that short amount of time. That shit's scary if you got kids. Scary. What's that? And yeah, that really brings me in. How much money are you saving for taxes? Here's what we do as realtors when we're new in this business. We ball the fuck out. We get a check, we go buy something expensive, and we ball out. It's normal. I've done it. I remember getting a $30,000 check and a cash in the 50s. I thought it was cool. Like, what if someone rolls up with you? Nobody's gonna roll up on me. We ball out. So what I want you guys to think about for 2022, what is your savings going to look like? Oof. I like that. Peter's hair. Wow, dude, I like that. What is your current budget? And what are your current expenses? How many people know what their budget is right now? Roxanne, love it. Yes. So I saw 2 people out of a room of, I don't know, 60 people. Do you know your budget? Yeah, you know your expenses? You do? Cool. Love it. Love it. One more time? Sure?
I could.
Sure. 8,600 a month.
Yes, I have mortgages.
Cool. So nothing past that, unless you give
They'll
us,
like straight out my expenses. Yeah, like, I like to.
beautiful. You guys need to get really, really granular with what you guys are saving, what you're spending, what your budget is, and what you're putting aside for taxes. Right? Everything needs to be by design. It's not like, oh, let me roll the dice, hopefully I get a 7. That's not how this business is done, right? Anybody could sell 1 or 2 houses a year. Anybody with a license can sell 1 or 2, but that's not building a business. It's not sustainable. So you guys have to look at it this way. Make sure that you understand what your goal is. If you want to make $100,000 by man, you can make $150,000 if you want to walk with 100. Right? So now it's like, okay, that goal of getting 12 on a month, that needs to be heightened to 15 or to 20 in order for me to walk with the amount of money that I want to walk. I'm going to do a quick breakdown for you guys so you guys can see exactly how you guys are getting paid. That way it kind of makes sense. How many people know how to break down the commission structure right now and know every single fee that is paid out right now? By show of hands, how many people could, if I had you just come up and do a quick illustration for me on the whiteboard, how many people could do that right now? If we took an average sales price of $500,000, you'd be able to share with me exactly what it is.
Yeah, because I look at EXP contract, commission breakdown, and
Ah, beautiful. Anybody else? Run on. Okay.
what goes to stock.
Beautiful. I love it. So, anybody else have that breakdown? All good. Ready? Anybody else want to come up and do demonstrations? Christina? Yeah, okay. All right, so let me show you something with you guys. I'm actually going to make it pretty easy for you, and I want you to look at this, you guys. So, this is based on. You guys will all have a copy of that because that's. All right, so quick example of how you guys are paid. The gross is obviously the high number up here, right? This is your gross commission. And just for the sake of this is on 80-20, right? You can adjust it. It's on a 75, 85, 90, wherever you're at. Do the math, it's okay. Sales price is 800,000. My commission was 2.5%, giving me a total gross number of $20,000. You guys with me so far? From that $20,000, I am now getting fast growth 25%, which was a total of $5,000, giving me a new total of $15,000. We're not there yet, right? Don't go and buy something too fancy yet. $15,000 minus EXP fees, $250 for file review. That caps at $5,000. You're $40. You're $25. Sorry, I have to get that twice. This is $25 file review. Your new total now is $14,686. That's with me. From this number here, your $14,686, you're going to less a transaction fee of $400 transaction for giving a new total of $14,286. From that, what am I doing? I got to put some money aside for this. I don't want to get caught at the end of the year and not have saved up any money because I was not frugal with my spending. It happens to too many people in this business. So now we have a new number of $10,000. $10,000 minus 5% that I'm taking from every single paycheck and I'm putting it into the agent equity program. How many people are doing that right now with every single paycheck? Please put your hands high so I can see. If you guys are not enrolled in the agent equity program, you guys are leaving money on the table. I have 650 shares with EXP right now. Now, when we split as a company, obviously it dropped a little bit, but it's going back up. That's retirement money. That's opportunity for growth down the road. So this is a huge play for you guys. Highly, highly recommend it. So I took 5% of this $10,000, which was $525, so it stopped, and now I'm at $9,500. My operating income is now $9,500. See that number here? Well, if I want to go a step deeper, I said, you know what, I'm going to put 10% away for savings so I can spend it on marketing expenses. Maybe I want to launch a farm, maybe I want to do something, maybe I want to launch a new, tech tool, whatever that is. So I'm gonna put aside almost a cheap. And then at the end of the day, I'm gonna put aside another 5%, for marketing and for savings. So I'm gonna actually walk away with 8,500, 8,530. You started out, you saw that big check, like, damn, I'm gonna buy something, hold on. Seriously, man, I want you to really look at this and be like, man, it's nice getting a $30,000 commission check. But how much of that are you saving? How much of that are you allocating towards other things? And how much of that are you actually taking home? So this numbers here can be adjusted. If you're going to change this formula here, you're going to change this number percentage. You might be at a 20% split, you might be at a 15% split, you might be at a 10% split based on our new comp plan. So you can adjust this number to give you a new number there. That's the only formula that you need to change. And then if you don't want to do this, you don't want to do this, good luck. If you don't want to do this, what happens if we have a health crisis and we don't shut it down? And if you don't really want to grow, you don't necessarily have to do this, you can grow your business organically. We'll talk about that in a minute. So you take that back, you have that. Has anyone ever seen this? I know last year we did this. Has anyone seen this breakdown before? Does this help to kind of visualize where your money is going? Once you guys understand, so when you're saying, oh, $100,000, man, if I want to make it 70, 65,000, right? So now I have to make and do a little bit more. So you guys will have a copy of that. That's it here. I also will send the Canva link in Slack so any of you guys can adjust these numbers, and that way you have it. I'm sure that there's people on the team that have methods, formulas, strategies, spreadsheets. I know Jen has one that tracks all of our lead sources. Like I said, you guys need to know where exactly the business is coming from so you can double down. Right? I was looking at Jeff's numbers right now. Jeff has represented all viruses. He's our top converter for Zillow Flex. Dude is doing something really, really good. So if I was going to talk to Jeff, have a conversation with him, dude, where's your Obsidian leads? Where's your OJ leads? Right? Because he has a great opportunity to convert at a high level because he's already at 26% of Zillow Flex. The nationwide average is 4%. It's 21% higher than the industry average. You think he's doing something different with online leads? No, she's one of the highest in companies for converting online leads. So where's her Obsidian? Where's her OJ? Like I want you guys to go all in on opportunities where you can make, the highest conversion. Any questions on this?
Isn't there like a split for EXP as well?
Totally. Yeah. So this was after the split. So you would have to factor if you're going to deal with 4,000 EXP, that's just not on this.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
I was confused. So if you have a referral fee, let's say to Zillow,
Off the top.
25%, is that off the 15,000?
Yes, that's off the top.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the rest.
Then the rest, right? That's why building the organic business, and Zillow, if you ever see this, we love you, we love our partnership. But at the end of the day, this is about building an organic business. Because if you guys can keep 35% of your money because you did some grassroots campaign or you stepped up your social game, you guys are putting more money in the family's pockets. And that's what I want for everybody. So does this make sense? Would everybody find this useful to have this and be able to edit this? Cool. I'll make sure to put this in Slack so that way everyone has this and you guys can edit this. But while we have a moment, let's do this. We'll go back to the question. Goals for 2022. I'll go around just start from. What's your goal? 250,000. Love. Seeing this, you see how it's really easy for you to get there. All right, so let's do some math here with Hector. Hector, if you wanted to make $250,000, and we're going to base it off your net operating income. Stay with me. How many deals do you need? Let's just do the math. Have your phone real quick, or someone do this for us. Take 9,500, or sorry, take 250,000 divided by 9,500. What's that number? 26 deals. How many people in this room have done over 20 deals? There's people on the team first year, they've done 25 deals, 30 deals. So 26 deals. Look at the way you do it, and communication skills, the first on the phone, the role playing. That's you. Didn't know that. Right? Be a little challenging. 26 deals is not average. One, goals for 2022. 200K. Based on this example right here, the 9,500, how many deals do you have to do?
Oh, man, I do like
25. Let's do the math exactly. Help them out, guys. $200,000 divided by 9,500 is what? 21. Say again? 21. How many people think Quan could do 21 deals a month? Dude, you got this spot. Like I told him, he needs to combine his music and his real estate and make that work. Right? He's got a cool vibe going on there. At 21 deals, I see he's looking better. Mind you, this is an average sales price of 800. We're going to talk about that in a second. The biggest way to get a raise in this business is what? Raise your average sales price. Viv sells $1 million properties only. Now, well, she's done a couple more. For the most part, $1 million plus properties. Talk about that for a moment. You guys want to go after a high price point area, but you have no high price point buyers? Go get them. You guys can do that. You guys can control the narrative. Because this is something that you guys can't control. Let's hear from a few more people. Let's hear from Jeff Phillips. Jeff Phillips, what is your income goal for?
Recording in progress.
Hear from a couple of people. Let's go to Roxanne. Roxanne's that baby. Is this your biggest year you've ever had? One of them?
Not until December, maybe, yeah.
Woo, okay, all right. So, oh, you didn't want to share your book. I'll come back to this. Oh, I forgot it. Zyra, what's your goal for 2022? Say it. Yeah, don't change your physiology. Let's hear that. How many years you been close?
I'm coming up here.
Peter, my man, stand up really quick. How many deals have you closed this year, first year of real estate? Yes. Cool. 5 and escrow. First year of business. Beautiful. Sonny, how's your year been so far?
It's been fantastic.
How many deals so far?
I'm at 9 right now.
Woo! Where are you going tonight?
Huh?
Where are you going tonight?
What's the top dinner?
Got some great mentors around you that you do early on. I'll do whatever. I'll go wherever. I'll open that door for you. I'll go to that open house. I'll do whatever. Like, dude, grinding. It's still grinding. So stoked to have you here tonight. What's your goal for 2022?
20 deals.
20 deals.
Yeah.
Cool.
Probably switch up my price point to 1 million on average. And like I said, find those clients for those price points.
Beautiful. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. No matter what. One other person. Let's hear from Amy Fowler.
Okay. $150,000 and only 15 transactions. And over $40,000 in my savings.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that. You guys, I just want you to really look at your business in a different place. I want you to walk out of today and walk into 2022 owning that you are now a business owner. You guys are running a corporation of building. That's you. It's yours. You have the ability to create the whole entire narrative. Schedules and things like that. But if you guys don't have it, I want you guys to write it down. Once you guys are clear on whatever that goal is for 2022, I want you to publicly declare this to the world. That's a video, that's social, that's telling your friends, your family, guys, this is my goal for 2022 and I will reach that. What happened at the beginning of last year, or this year? What did we say we were going to do as a company?
500.
Say again?
500.
500 million. So we set out to do 500 million. We are now at $593 million in close with over $90 million in close volume or pending volume, which we were on target to do over $700 million production because of your guys' fucking tenacity. Right? Give yourself a round. So when we think about planning and mapping out the future, what we're going to do. This is just for me. So we've been working on this for a long time now, and I'm trying to create this. We're already seeing where we're going as a company and what we need to do to support you guys. So I'm going to share this with you because it goes along with the conversation. So I like to think of Kenny as a visionary, aka Walt Disney, right? He's the one with all those grand ideas. And we're here as his Imagineers to make this really come to life. If you ever work close to Kenny like I have for the last 2 years, he's got tons of thoughts and ideas. He comes back from a seminar, and we're like waiting for him to call us and tell us, hey, we got 3 new tech tools we're rolling out. So he's a visionary. And when you look at this, we're building out the sales department. You kind of see where things are going in the sales department. You see your Zillow Flex squad leaders, see Jeff Phillips and run on over there. You know, we got some new roles that we haven't even rolled out yet. We have our recruitment department, chief banking opportunities, coaching and training, head of mentoring, education, head of agent development. We have Ben Rojas, that is now over our ISA department. So we're already mapping this out. We're already looking onward to 2022, so we know exactly where we're going. That should shoot the same. You know, this started with 10 people. It started with 10 people. But we built and we grew and we hired to where we were going. So I want you guys to really, really look at this very, very fashion. So shift gears for a couple of minutes, you guys. I'm going to break you guys up into some small groups and let's go back to this. How many people know exactly what they're going to do from the moment that you wake up in this business? How many people know exactly how you're going to spend your time? Please raise your hand if you know exactly how you're going to spend your time every single morning, every single day. 3 people. Said does it count if you have an idea about it? No. So let's know how many people know exactly what they're going to do for their 9 to 5 every single day. Please raise your hand. Damn, 3 people. How many people don't know what the fuck to do every single day? Please raise your hand. And then everyone in between. So. How many people know what you need to do every morning, but just don't do it? The highest relevant people. Wow! Hey, do that. So, that right there needs to explain that stuff. All right? We talked about the daily number, and we talked about the daily target. And I'm going to give you a quick example, and then I want you guys, I'm going to break you up into small workshop groups. But let's talk a little bit about this right now. Statistics show throughout the United States of America that you need to have 40 conversations to equal to 1 transaction. Let me say that one more time. Industry standards throughout the United States of America state that you need to have 40 conversations to equate to 1 closed transaction. So, if you were to do, let's take someone's numbers here. Let's say you wanted to do 15 deals for the year for Jeff Phillips. How many conversations would you need to have for the year? 600. So how many conversations do you need to have a week? Say again, a little bit louder. 12. So how many conversations do you need to have a day to hit 15? 2.5 a day. Okay, think about this. In order for him to reach 15 transactions, he's like, son of a gun. In order for you to reach 15 deals, which 15 deals is a good business, you'd have to make 600 conversations a year, right? Jeff, we said 12.5 a month, 2.5 a week, a day, excuse me. 600. 2.5 a week. Or is it 2.5 a month? Sorry, 2.5, 12.5 a month. 2.5 conversations a day. Are you guys right now tracking the amount of conversations that you're having? Grocery store, open houses, people you meet on the street. Because I want you to encourage you guys, you got to start somewhere. You might not be able to track everything, but if you're not using CC, how do you really know how many people you're actually talking to before you convert into something and close to people? So let's make it a little bit more challenging. Joey, what you think you calculate out? What's your goal for the year? Okay, so tell me transactions. How many transactions do you do? 13. In order to do 13 transactions, how many conversations do you need to have? Say again? It's a little bit lower, but okay, we're okay. So here's the thing. I want you guys to know what your optimal day is. When we talk about your power hour, your daily target, you guys need to set this up in your life and in your schedule that I'm going to have X amount of conversations every single day in order to reach my target goal. That's how you have to look at it. Conversations lead to appointments met. Simple formula. Appointments met mean offers are probably most likely going to get ready. And if you're right in a ton of offers, what's going to happen is you're most likely going to get something accepted. So what I want to do is I want to know what your daily strategy is for conversations. Daily. Because how many people can go through an entire week and then have any conversations about real estate, but their inbox is super, super clean? Please raise your hand if you've ever been that person. Inbox is clean, but you didn't have any conversations about real estate. But you're organized, super organized. And your candidate is on point. But you didn't make one conversation for the week. It happens to us. It's okay. We're all human. So here's what I want to do. I want to break you guys up into small little groups, and I want you guys to design what the daily number is and your daily target. How many calls are you making? How many emails? How many text messages? Like, I want you guys to game plan what a daily target and a daily goal looks like for you guys. We're going to come back to the circle and we're going to have another discussion. So let's do this. Let's spend 10 minutes on this. This side of the room, all of you guys need one. From Amy to Zyra to Michael Swanson to Elizabeth, you guys are not. This row right here and that table is one group, and then the rest of you guys are a group. 10 minutes, you guys. Your daily contacts, daily numbers, daily strategy. All right, this row right here is with that section over here. This section is all together. You guys don't have to move. Looks so far. So far. Just for a couple minutes.
How many conversations you were numbers.
How do you? All right, guys, 2 minutes. 2 minutes until that together. You getting faster? All right, guys, let's get back together. All right, guys. So remember, really quick, guys. All right, guys. Remember who your group is, because I'm going to put you back with that group in just a couple minutes. Okay. Now. Cool. You good? You guys ready to come back together? Steph, we good? All right. Kevin, we good? My man, look your shot. No pressure out there. All right, guys. So, doing this exercise, I want to hear from a couple people in the room what that daily target needs to be in order for them to hit their annual goal. Aaliyah, let's hear from you.
My daily target is.
Conversations, yep.
Yeah, conversation is 3, but I remember Tom Ferry saying, take your goal, double it, so it's really good.
Okay, all right, cool. You know, and I'm glad that you said that. Each of you should have a goal, and then you should have a stretch goal. I'm gonna do 150, you know what? But my stretch goal is to do 200,000. Make that real, because chances are you're gonna hit that number. I saw a hand go up over here, Blue Edge.
Yeah, so I had 4 conversations per day.
which actually was a lot more manageable because I was shooting for 10, I was in that mark. So
Okay.
like, we got this first. The fourth seemed really reasonable, but I think for that final season, I think, yeah, 8. Straightforward.
Beautiful. This table over here, what'd you guys come up with? Give me something. Stephanie, anybody? Go ahead. Yeah.
We thought our conversation was lower for transaction. So,
Cool.
we're doing 10 conversations daily.
That is
None
a,
of those 10 bring you to it.
so that means if you're having 10 conversations a day, your prospecting, which we're going to talk about that in a minute, that needs to be through the roof, right? Because when was the last time someone had 10 conversations in one day if they weren't prospecting, bombing the phones, or at an open house where they're seeing tons of people come through, right? That number is a good number and I appreciate that number, but is that number realistic? So I want you guys to go ahead, Kim.
Had a conversation, that many conversations, but it was at events.
Okay, all right, but is it a networking event? And is there a bunch of other
Yes.
realtors there?
Yes.
So is it really a conversation about somebody that is looking to buy or sell real estate, or is it just chopping up with our friends in the industry? Different, it's different, right? I want you to make sure you guys understand. Someone said, well, what if I just had a conversation with somebody and said, hi, oh my God, cool boots. No, it's not a conversation about real estate. I can't count any lives, no, you can't count that. So I love where you're going with that, but networking support.
Not buyer, but a client appreciation party.
Heck yeah.
That's like all your
Absolutely,
clients.
100%, 100%, one.
So you have a conversation with, let's say, like a lender or, painter or whatever, anyone, in the industry. And then you have a conversation building that, that loyalty or that trust. Does that count as a conversation? Or?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, that's building relationships, but that's not somebody that's going to transact. I mean, they might, but that's not necessarily. What we're building. But I like that. Jeff, what came out of your report? All right, I saw him over here, good stuff.
So just to clarify, didn't understand the assignment. 10 calls to get 3 paid conversations.
Okay, cool. So she went a layer deeper. She said, in order for me to get to my 3 conversations, I need to make 10 calls. It's a pretty good average. 30% close up to 10 calls that you make. That's a pretty good average. But how many times have you guys hit the phones for hours and nobody's picked up? You have those days, right? Especially when you're calling, you might have to. So I want to go a step deeper on this, you guys, and have a conversation. How are you guys getting your business right now? And I want you guys to have a strategic marketing plan for every single source that you guys currently get your business or want to get your business. Let me elaborate. Let's break it down to pillars of production, pillars of productivity, whatever we're calling it. Right now, what are some ways that we can gain our business? Go ahead and shout some stuff out. Say again, open house, yeah, absolutely, open house.
Go to the bar.
Farming, go to the bar. Okay, so farming, open house, go to the bar. What else? Say again? Referrals, so sphere of influence, referrals, right?
Video,
Videos, where are the videos going?
social media.
YouTube.
Social media, what else, guys? Community events. I love that one, community events. Say we have 6, right? How many of you have a strategic plan for each of those sections of business that you can increase production, drive money, right? How many open houses does Juan need to do every single week? How many does he want it? How many can he get? If Juan says, I need to hit X amount of conversations, and the average person that comes to an open house is 10 people and have 10 conversations, I'm doing 40 conversations a month just off of open houses. Then stay with me. There's his plan. He could say, if I convert 2% of those people to average sales price of $700,000, what am I going to make just from open houses? Cool. I got a bucket. I'm going to plan that out. Every single month, we're doing a minimum of 3 open houses. Every single month, we're doing a minimum of 3 open houses. I want you guys to have a life. I want you to have a weekend. Guess what? Take a Monday off, take a Tuesday off. Weekends are your money making days. So if he wants to do 3 a month, talk to 10 people on an average, he's able to now map that out for the year. His conversion, maybe 2.5%, maybe a little bit lower, maybe a little bit higher. We'll get an idea of what he could potentially need for open houses, right? How many of you have a plan for your community for the next year? Please raise your hand if you have a plan. There's a half a hand right there. The community involvement piece, I'll tell you what, guys, is going to blow your business up. How many people are doing a daily video? Please raise your hand. 30-day daily video challenge. Hats off to you guys. Stephanie, have you seen any traction from it?
Yes.
Any leads? Engaging with anybody?
Yes.
Show us many of them. Might say that one more time?
Yes.
What can you
Well,
say?
I could demonstrate one of the videos she
I'm
sent.
like,
Yes, come on, can we play one of these videos? Let's hear it. What do you say to these videos?
I know, I want to TikTok my way to 30 days.
She's TikToking her way into business, right? Amy Fallon, you're getting activity on social media.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got 45 new followers.
45 new followers, 30 days. So what's she doing? She's repping her community. 30 beaches in 30 days. Nothing to do about this. How about you? Yes.
I'm just doing quotes. I like quotes. So
Cool.
I'm doing a quote a day. I don't have that many followers on
Okay.
Instagram, but I have noticed the numbers going up, and I have noticed engagement with people commenting who I don't know.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank Pro Challenge. 30 days is what he's thanked Pro for. See what he did? Play words with again. Like so, how much traction have you seen from this 30-day video challenge? 3 new potential clients, and we're at the, what is today? 16th of the month? 16th of the month. So having a plan for everything, you guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna break out into our sessions, into our groups again. And we're gonna do a strategic marketing plan. Doesn't have to be 100% to the team, just needs to start somewhere. What is the strategic marketing plan for all the different sources? We have an example. I want to do 3 open houses a month. So if I did 3 open houses a month and 10 people came to each one, how many people did I talk to for the year? Out of those, how much based on industry average could I convert for business? That's easy math, guys. I want to do something in my community every single month for 12 months in 2022. I'm looking at you. Yes, every single month. But does that necessarily mean that I need to do a mailer every month? Save your money. If you're going to mail something out every single month to your neighborhood, to your farm, you're going to go broke. And you're going to get a less than a 0.% return back on that investment. You'll go broke. Promise you. But if you become that person in your community that does just that, bring your community together, that's how you guys will grow an organic business. So what I want to encourage everyone to do is write out what they want to do in the community for 12 months. Doesn't have to be expensive. That should go hand in hand with what your farming plan is for the 12 months. Inside of this community that I'm farming 250 homes, I'm also talking to businesses, the schools, the purveyors, the local businesses, and I'm also talking to all the homeowners in this area or renters in this area. What can I do for 12 months? I want you guys to write this out. How many of you are an OJO right now? Opposite, please raise your hand. I love it. How many leads are you getting every month, Cindy? 8? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Right. That's good. So 8 leads a month. Good. You guys need to factor in what do I do with company generated leads? How many of you are on Zillow Flex right now? What's my follow-up plan? How am I going to touch those people? What am I going to do to continue that cycle of leads coming in? The community involvement piece is good. David just said that. You guys have a real great opportunity. Hey guys, for the next 6 months, I'm going to feature new businesses, new restaurants. I'm going to talk to the teachers. I'm going to talk to the community leaders. I'm going to go out and make videos on everything. I'm going to roller skate. I'm going to jump rope. I'm going to fake rope challenge, whatever that is. I want you guys to break it down. Also, what is my monthly approach to how to engage my sphere of influence? Am I sending them some bullshit that I send to everyone else, or is it something special that I do every single month for my sphere of influence? And then 6 months in, am I doing a special event for all my sphere? Every 3 months, am I doing a special event for my sphere? Am I using this office to capitalize on my opportunity to get in front of as many of my people that are here? If you do an event here, we have a guitar player coming tonight. He's dope. $500 to be paid for this guy to come out. He sits here and plays for 3 hours. Reggae music, cool music, sings his own song for $500. You guys get some drinks, you get some entertainment. You guys use the space. You don't have to do anything. This way. So I want you guys to start mapping out what can I do for my sphere? What can I do in my community? What can I do in my farm? What can I do on social media every single month to drive people towards me? How many people think that their social media game is strong? Just raise your hand if you think it's strong. Come on, guys, give yourself a little bit more credit. Who feels like their social media game is strong? Kenny's the only person in here that thinks his social media game is strong.
I'm posting my wall, so I have to be very careful.
So if nobody raised their hand on social media strong, how many people in this room know that you can organically do business with social media? Please raise your hand. So then why aren't we? She knows that she needs to do it, but there's a barrier. We're going to talk about the why last, but it'll all come together. All this will come together. You guys need to have a strong social media presence. And you know what? Everyone had 0 followers at one time. I had never been on social media. I've never been on Instagram for years. Never, not once. Over 2 years ago. Couldn't even imagine not happening. Jen Oak has developed tons of business from social media. You guys, even if you are uncomfortable, just fucking turn the camera around and say something. I promise you, you will see traction from this. So, I want you guys to create a plan that's going to involve social media, your community involvement, your farm, your sphere of influence, and your company generated leads, sources. Start to put the framework of a plan together. And then what you're going to do is you're going to execute that plan. We're going to talk about the operating schedule in just a little bit. Break that down, and then I want to come back together and I want to hear from multiple people. Because Jenna might have some fire ideas. We don't know them. I want to hear, right? So get back in your same groups. Talk about this. Let's break it down. One more time. Pillars of production, social media. That's the why. Community involvement, farm. Those are company generated leads. Let's see it.
I think ultimately it comes down to
Anything when you see?
and to the beginning, it's like more
And then you don't have to steal people's ideas, get ideas from them. So just like a real estate agent. Or something, you get one of the agent's content and then sell it, duplicate it, but make it your own. But it gives you ideas.
That's like.
She only follows that. Only follows
Do I wear that? Personally, no. Yeah. Don't wear camels. I'm really boring. I don't need to tell. Yeah.
Start mapping out what that looks like. I want to do 12 community events. What are you going to do? Do an ice cream. Right?
I spoke before. So the mail that they put out have so when they see it, know that there is one go to their house. And I actually
That's why I coach Pepsi. Get the kids and drinking food. So you can get them one of those. Bring the kids along. You know, tomorrow. Positive. What it is.
All right, guys, 2 more minutes. We'll bring it all together.
Yeah. Great.
All day. All right, guys, let's all come back together. Come back together. Sing harmony. Yes. Let's bring it all together. Everybody. All right, guys, let's keep tracking. All right, here's what I love is going on. You guys are thinking. You guys are thinking about your business in a different way. All right, so let's go around the room. We're gonna hear some categories. Who came up with a plan for their SOI? Let's hear one person. Let's just take this by categories. Let's hear some of the thoughts and ideas around their SOI. Good job. Let's go, Sylvia.
You should send them a birthday card. I mean, I know we say happy birthday on Facebook, but if you actually, people don't get stuff in the mail anymore, they'll have a special, they'll remember to send them a birthday card rather than just one of 200 people saying happy birthday.
Love it.
How many of you guys have done like birthday DMs, video messaging on Facebook? That's super easy. You do 5 of those a day. It's way more personal and intimate to your clients. And, you know everyone's birthday is on it. It says right there.
Yep. You guys, for that, I have a best friend. His name's Kenny. Been my best friend since I was 12 years old. Every year I send him a funny video of me singing him happy birthday, and it goes a long way.
Yeah, my best friend calls me every year to say happy birthday.
All right. So one plan for Sylvia is to make sure that she's DMing people, or reaching out to them privately. That's one leg of this.
I'm gonna do 4 client events. So 1 a quarter, which I think is
Love
totally
this.
doable.
Love
Because
this.
right now I already do Popeyes.
Yeah.
I drop off like bags and if I want to do something a little bit more,
Okay. What date are you going to do it?
what date?
Yep. I'm gonna get to
I don't
this.
know.
Good. I love this because she knows what she wants to do. Date this. Make it scheduled. Right? That creates pressure. A lot of people win in 4 quarters, right? Because they know they have a deadline. Why are you so efficient the day before vacation? I know I don't want to be. Well, everything's folded. They will come home to a nice house. All right, so that's Sphere. I love these ideas. Who else has one other thing they want to share from what they came up? How they're going to target their Sphere in their strategic marketing plan for the year? Let's go ahead, Rebecca.
I get a lot of client referrals and I'm not the best with follow-up with past clients, so I'm going to move forward and formally sign with like Client Giant to just do automatic gifts and thank yous for all them who popped mine.
Okay, so here's the thing, guys. We're gonna make some announcements in the coming months about Client Giant for our team. However, she's automating her touch points for her clients for the year, which is a great idea. They're gonna get touched multiple times throughout the year, and then she can follow up with some personalization. Cool, love this. All right. Client Giant. Client Giant is a service that sends your clients different gifts throughout the year. You pay for a subscription, and on your behalf, you get a cool gift throughout the year. Really great service. All right, now, Aaliyah, I want to turn it over to you. Social media. Your group talked a lot about social media, great plans around social media. What were some of the thoughts and ideas that you had around social media?
Yeah, we talked about social media and what it's gonna look like on a daily basis in our calendar. For me, I have scheduled in my calendar for social media. Okay, so 2 hours a day, 2 times a week to film and edit, but my goal is to do 4 posts a week and split that between 3 reels and 1 post for IGTV. And what I want the content to be is 1 agent attraction reel for my revenue share, and then the other ones are just educational real estate videos. And then for my story, I just post every day, everything about me.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So now she has a plan. You guys should not really try to understand. What's up, that shit, whatever it is, right? You're documenting your story, but then obviously having some targeted focus, right? What is the other part of this business, right? It's easy to do the self-glorifying things in this business. Easy. blah, 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 right? That's been done. But give me some ugly stuff, give me some gritty stuff. Genuinely do a series of like, hey, what do you do? What do you do in real estate? There's a lot of things. Do I use any of that shit in the books that they give me before I take my exam? No. How many people know the exact footage of a square mile? Yeah, right. You're good. Riparian rights, water rights. We were just talking about that, right? Look at it. I knew that, right? That was like lease or lease seed. Like, which one is it? But at the end of the day, no, that doesn't matter, right? So give them the good, bad, and ugly. Freddie, what came up out of your group in regards to social media? Let's hear from you.
Say it again.
What came out of your group for social media as well?
Oh, well, thanks for the presentation. We're talking about creating videos for education purposes, stuff like that for our why.
Because you have a lot to say, and I don't think I've seen educational videos or agent attraction videos, right? How many people want an extra 5 G's in their account every single month just because they attract 2 people this beautiful company? Right? There's people in this company right now that are making $50,000 a month.
Tuesday, 1 o'clock next week. We're doing an agent attraction class. I'm bringing my coach. So it's going to be held here, I guess, kind of like this format. But my coach will be zooming in. So 1 to 2 o'clock next Tuesday. If you can't make it, just zoom in. Also,
Yep.
we're zooming her in, but you can zoom in too.
Go ahead, Steph.
Can I share my agent attraction?
Sure. Yeah. A little bit louder though, so we can hear you.
So agent attraction goal for next year is 75 to 100 my downline. And I'm gonna go to all 12 masterminds that Kenny and you are holding.
Yes.
And I'm gonna bandwagon on everything you're doing and invite and promote all of your events.
Cool.
Well, yeah, you guys don't know on agent attraction, East P World has, I think they still do classes 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So you guys want to take agent attraction seriously, you hear from the other people who are doing it. Maybe you missed it, I think you can find it on Workplace by Facebook to watch previous videos too.
Good stuff. I love that. I love it. All right, so let's switch gears. Let's go community involvement. Sonny, what came from your group in regards to community involvement?
We're thinking about doing social media posts about schools and parks and beaches. And we're just gonna be doing more presence in social media. So like more videos, more posts in general. We're talking about doing a little YouTube channel, maybe just talk about real estate, have conversations and just listen in on it. Because I'm a little camera shy. They're a little camera shy. Podcasts, that seems like something fun. People like to listen to those.
Well, why not do the Aqua Tacos, I'm an introvert, you're an introvert series, right? It's like, seriously, like there's other people out there that are just like you that might be a little bit more gun shy on camera. That's okay, right? Hey guys, I'm gonna tell you introvert moments from the introvert person. Bear with me, right? It's okay because you know what I'm saying? It's just a human side of it. So I like what you guys are doing. What else? Who else had something that came from community involvement? What's the plan? You guys are thinking about something.
We were talking about, well, Donna was putting us into what she thinks is the best way to attract people. She does mainly referrals, so she was talking about farming is when it's like a farmer. When you plant the seed, you have to keep watering it, so you have to continue to go because sometimes once that little seed is right there to burst, if you just stop and you don't continue it, that like you just washed away your little seed. So that's the OG Donna.
I love this. How many people in this room have ever thought about farming? Let's just start there. Please raise your hand. If you've ever thought about this idea of creating, I'm gonna farm. You never thought about it? Let's see hands. Let me see everyone's hand. Any participation on this? So everyone's thought about it. A lot of people thought about it. How many people have actually launched a successful farm? Please raise your hand. One. Let's say successful and consistent. You got 2 people, 3 people. A farm needs to be 12 to 18 months that needs to be planned out. The biggest misconception that we have is that, oh, I farmed, I went knocking on some doors. There's no rhyme or reason. This needs to be a part of your plan. That's what leads me to this. I just want this up. This is just a quick example. You guys can fill in the blanks anywhere that you guys want to. But this is all mapped out for the year. And I break it down to 3 market updates. You can do more, you can do, 4, 3 community involvement events. I'm gonna fix this. 3 seasonal / knocks, and 3 months unmanned. 3, 6, 9, 12. That's my schedule for the year. So when we talk about what we're gonna move to next is our optimal schedule, this is gonna be something that you have for the month. That's a project that's on your calendar already. You build this out, and you just, what am I going to do? January, home maintenance. February is the month of tax property of the month. April is tax reminder. 15th is the May is the market update. June 15th is health insurance. 4th of July and July. What you're seeing. You don't have to necessarily mail, because I want to mail something happy. And then the next month, Hector, hey, it's me, I just want to come back and say hello, say what we're doing in the community. We're having an ice cream social on the 1st of May. We're doing a community cleanup. We're doing what, a shredded event that Corey Rivers would love to do for everybody. So what I'm saying is that if you guys map this out, it's easy. What is not easy is getting into February and it's the 16th of the month and you haven't done shit for your farm. And guess what's going to happen? Yeah, I didn't do it. I didn't not this month. I'm going to do it next month. The idea behind farming is you guys have to have a plan, right? I know how many people I'm going to hit throughout the year. If this month I'm saying I'm not, well, I'm probably not going to hit all 250 homes, but I know I can hit a good 80 homes, 90 homes, 100 homes. Or this month I'm going to be laser focused on getting listings. Through my title representative, I can have them pull all the people that are most likely to sell their home based on predictive analytics. I'm going to talk about those. I'm going to target those people. But you guys have to have a plan. You can't go into this without a design, without defining what you're going to do each and every month, and creating yourself a strategic marketing plan around every single lead source. Everything needs to be scheduled. And you guys, you can change this up a little bit. Follow Ivan Santa Cruz, guys. This dude is new in the business, super, super young. He said, I'm going to farm Dublin. How many people know the Dublin market? It's not a cheap market. This dude has blown his business up by just farming Dublin. Blown up. Thousands of freaking 4th of July flags, thousands of them. Ice cream truck for the whole community. You know how many people showed up? 350 people to get free ice cream from Ivan Santa Cruz. Guess who he's known as? The ice cream dude. He's known as that neighborhood realtor that looks good, talks slick. He's not known as that person. He's known as a person that brings our community together. But what happens is that people fall off. So I want you guys to build this strategic marketing plan, put it on your calendar, set it and forget it. If I know I'm doing this on the 15th and it's something that needs to be nailed, then yeah, I need to put myself in a reminder on the 5th of the month. But if it's something I'm going to do that and we're going to go deliver something seasonal, dropping off little pumpkins, whatever that is for that month, plan that out. Know what's coming, you guys. You guys have to see this. We're going to do $2 million in production. We're going to do 600 agents. See this. So all of the things that we do operate based on that principle of where we're going. If you guys don't have a plan, how do I be? I'll tell you what, there's some of you guys might team up on this. They show up and people, you guys got kids, you got a little red wagon or radio flyer wagon, you show up and work on the floor. You do that consistently. Christina Darrow brings her paw tour, Poofy the realtor, on this consistent tour, right? And they see, oh, there's Christina and Poofy, right? They'll start to know her in a different way. People fall short of this. Do not impose this. Sleep on this. Strategic marketing. When you guys are looking at your schedule, I know. Sorry. So this is an actable schedule. There's a ton of stuff that's in here. However, I know exactly what's going to happen throughout my day. How I'm going to allocate my time. I know exactly how I'm going to allocate my time. You guys need to, when you're thinking about your optimal schedule, what is my optimal daily schedule? What is my weekly schedule? And then what are my monthly projects? For example, I have a monthly project that I have to get out X amount of pumpkins by this date. That's my monthly project. That's on my calendar. I know I can get that done. In April, I know I'm going to do a community or a sphere of influence event inside of the Oakland office. Cool. That's already on my calendar. That's my monthly project. What are the daily things that I need to do? And what are the weekly things that I need to do? Build out your calendar so you know exactly how you're spending your time. Do you guys think that I have to be up at a certain time every day? I have to. But if this wasn't done, well, I'm kidding. What am I going to do today? Like, I have to know exactly how I'm going to spend my time. You guys are too important. This company's too important. So make sure you understand your optimal schedule, which is my daily routine, my weekly routine, and then my monthly projects that I will accomplish and succeed. That is your optimal schedule. Because if you break it down and you know exactly how you're going to use your time, you'll be more efficient. Right now, you guys, how many people could list out what they're absolutely great at? What is the area that they're best at in this business? Corey, what are you best at in this business?
Talk to people.
Talking to people. Okay. Jeff, what are you best at in this business? Say again. Good. I can agree 100%. Misty Matthews.
Building trust.
Building trust. Good stuff. Sylvia.
Listening.
Good stuff. Rosa, what are you best at in this business? Connecting with people. Cool. And what are you?
Connecting with people.
Connecting with people. I heard connecting come out a lot of people. Joey, what are you best at in this business? Calling? Cool. So then if you guys know that you're great at all these things, connecting, building trust, being empathetic, are you doing the actions that are going to lead to those types of things that you're best at? If I couldn't be in front of people, I don't know what I'd do. I'd go crazy, right? So I make sure I'm in front of as many people as I can. And I'm in as many group settings as I possibly can, because that's what I feel like I'm the best at. So if you know you're great at something that brings you pure joy and excitement, and you're on, when you're on, you know you're on, right? When you're really like, I got this, right? If I'm on my computer trying to create something on Canva and it's 2 in the morning, I'm like, I don't know how to get these lines straight. I don't know how to do this. It doesn't feel right. What feels right is being in front of people. What feels right is doing what is my core competency and what makes me the happiest in this business. So you have to look at it and say, am I doing the things that I'm the best at? What I want you guys to focus on, your daily schedule, optimal. Weekly schedule, optimal. And then one monthly project. That is it. This place should be booked out months and months in advance. Sandy's doing an event. She's having roller derby here. What? Okay, cool. How do we go? I don't know. Let's just go. That sounds fun, right? I don't care. Say again. Yeah, protect the glass, but I'm just saying, like, you guys have this space to utilize. So what I want to encourage everyone to do is to take advantage of the space you have. Let's go back into this conversation. Talk about farming. Let's talk about your sphere of influence. Did we say sphere of influence? Media involvement, sphere of influence, social media. What else are we missing? What are some other ideas that came out of your groups? You guys help me out. What else came out of your groups? Anybody share? What did you say? December? Groups? What came from you guys' groups?
One thing we talk about was the open houses, right? And one thing that was brought up is like, some people have strength in certain areas and they don't touch certain areas, such as like people want to door knock, people want to do a certain thing. But one thing that I was reflecting on is if you are already like comfortable with open houses, then how do you go down that better at it so you can actually convert one of those things? So that's the 10-3 conversation with open houses down to 34 2. How do you convert? How do you go with that?
How do you?
Shaking yourself up, like learning different ways of asking the right questions. Better.
There should be a, go ahead.
Well, what I was doing is I was doing a different open house every weekend. So Saturday I'd have one and then I'd have a different one on Sunday. And I'd be all over, literally, I'd be like, Vallejo, Oakland, Daly City. I just go all over the place. And then I would post on Instagram where I was gonna be. And then I would set my dialer for that area and I would call around the neighborhood the day before and cold call all the neighbors and tell them about it and where I was gonna be. And I have to say, sometimes that can be a little scary.
Time consuming.
Well, it's okay, but like there were certain neighborhoods where I was actually kind of afraid of certain. So you don't want to tell everyone. Like as a woman being alone in a house, sometimes you don't want to say, "Hey, everybody, I'm going to be alone for 4 hours. Come." I don't know. So be careful. Like be safe about it.
Totally.
But and partner with people. Like if you don't want to do it by yourself.
Yep.
Like once or twice I was like, I'm all alone. It's a really bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
But other than that, it worked out.
So you guys, let's wants to double down, triple down. If you guys are gonna do an open house, and if it's not in the area, it's a single family residence, the neighbors obviously need to knock on the door. I just like this house. Just as a person, I'll let you know that there's gonna be more cars in this neighborhood than normal. But I want to give you a heads up working with the neighbors on the open house from 12 to 1. Stop off. If you have anybody that you know that would like to live in this community, it's a great time to speak to the neighbors. Hopefully I see you guys there. Cool, did that. Now the next one, the open house is done. Hi, Paige Jones, hey, it's me, guys. Just want to let you guys know that I had 17 people come through the open house. It was crazy, tons of people, tons of engagement. We're actually going to do another one Sunday, just to give you a heads up, right? Now when the house closes, guess what? Hey guys, just want to let you know the house finally closed. We got 18 offers. We went $70,000 over the asking price. Want to let you know, congratulations. The value of your home just went up. By the way, have you ever considered taking advantage of selling your home in what has proved to be one of the hottest sellers market that we've ever experienced? You think you've earned the right by now to ask them that question after 3 times that I've seen you? Hell yeah, you have. Hell yeah, you have. Stocks on what? Butt on up, right? And you congratulate. That's how I do it. Good stuff. Open house. What else do you guys hear from your groups? Please, someone else share. Run on your side of here. Let's hear from your group one more time. Because I know you guys were thinking, dialogue. What's one other thing that you guys talked about? Whether it's community, whether it's theater, whether it's lead sources, what was it?
So we were thinking about doing something around like school and kids, making it really lighthearted, because people are more involved in maybe I have kids having the more. So tag teaming on that is quarterly to bring them together.
Beautiful, beautiful. You guys, let's throw out some community event ideas. Let's hear from you guys. I'll start it out with the new one. Churro man, right? Who doesn't like a fresh churro? Snow cones. You know how cheap a snow cone is? So cheap. It's pennies on the dollar. But you know how refreshing that is in the middle of July? Somebody out there giving it a fresh. The fruit guy, and the guys that pull up the Mexican that have to do with the chamoy, and like, man, my mouth is watering just thinking about it, right? Like the fruit guy, Taco Tuesday, community cleanup. I'm gonna hire a trailer or one of the dumpsters on First and Main. I'm gonna pay $450. I'm gonna let the community come and bring all their rubbish and all of this stuff to throw away. It's part of my plan. Cool. Love it. But think about that. You got that fast tent that's outside there. You're out there wrapping your flag. You got your colors on, everything. You're out there having a great time. Go ahead. Sam. Love it. Imagine, and let's stay here for that. I love this. Imagine you did an ice cream truck. You saw 300 people. All the hats was, hey guys, I want you to take a quick picture with me and tag me on social. Blow the F up. I promise you. That's why these videos and these community involvements are so important. You tag this restaurant that you went then people that follow that restaurant follow you because they saw your cool video. So it's this triangle of engagement. It's organic. Go ahead, Sam.
We do a line, when they go to a line tasting, somebody will sit at their house and bring a bottle, bring some snacks and hang out and do porch feeders for somebody who have their porch.
Love it. Love it. You guys, let's hear it. What else? Community involvement events. Any other ideas? Go ahead, Rebecca.
Like they kind of like the dumpster with shredding.
Totally.
The mobile shredders and just have them maybe like either right before or after tax season, so people clean up all their paperwork.
Totally. People love that stuff. Absolutely love it. How do people go around and clean up gutters, right? You gotta go out there and clean up gutters. Say it good. I can't hear you. Okay. Totally. Totally. Love it. Love it. Who's to say that when we have this place lit up with a beautiful Christmas tree we have, who's to say that you guys can't pay for Santa Claus to come out? And you guys think Santa, and then you have this fake snow blowing, and you guys bring people in free pictures of Santa. It's cheap, it's expensive, that's the party's flat. So one other thing in regards to community involvement. So one other thing I use.
Food drives.
One more time.
Drives.
Can you come over here so we can all hear really good? I know you-
Drives.
Okay, so talk about this because you've had a tremendous success with this.
Okay, so the food drive that I've been doing in my community the last 3 years, now people like walk by our house and they're like, oh, you're the food drive lady. I'm not the realtor, I'm the food drive lady. But eventually I'll become a realtor. And it's cheap, it's so cheap. I maybe spend like $100 on paper. That's it.
Yeah, that's great, good stuff. You guys have an opportunity, and all I want you to do today is to start writing this out and planning this out and looking at this as your forecast for your business model. Nothing should, here's the thing that drives me up the wall. Well, I don't know what to do. Yes, you do. If you write it out and you think and you plan and strategically think about your business, you have all the answers within. Sometimes you have to take a little coaching to bring it out, but everything that you guys know how to do to be successful in this business lies within. Every single one of them. Sometimes it takes a reminder, but it's all in the business. So, optimal schedule, daily, weekly, and monthly projects. Great way to keep track of these things. Trello, Asana, those are 2 great ways to like manage your projects. Trello is your, let's say, doing, and done board on the go. Or if you're a whiteboard person, right? Doing, and done board behind it, right? It's the same thing. Trello is the same exact thing. So if you're thinking about all these projects that you have, there's things I can do, there's things that I'm doing, I'm moving to another time. Trello, Trello, Trello is a free service. Highly recommend that you guys have that. It will help you organize your business in a completely different way. When we're looking at monthly projects, we're thinking about the clients are moving down to different stages of the sales cycle. Pretty cool. So it's the software. So daily, weekly schedule, monthly projects. I want you guys to also look at some things that you're doing in your life and say, if I was to assess myself right now and did the SWOT analysis, strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats, like how would I rate this? Right? Do that. You don't have to do that in this environment, but I want you guys to do a SWOT analysis. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are my opportunities and what are my threats? You know what threat is in this business? Time management, stuff like that. So really analyze yourself. Now, we know what needs to be done. We know that you need to have a calendar. We know that you need to have a certain amount of conversations to get to the things that you want to get to. We know that you have to speak to a certain amount of people who are making what you want. We know that this is a contact person. You have to tons of contacts, right? So what is fueling that behavior? I believe as real estate agents that we're all fueled by a certain someone, something, past experiences that all come down to our why. The why is what's going to change and influence human behavior. And if that is strong enough, nothing will stand in your way. If I was to ask you guys right now what my why is, what is it? Silence. You know why though? What's behind that? Stability. I'm stability driven because I went without it as a youth, and so I will never go without it as an adult. Stability driven. So that shit fuels me. There is never going to be a time where I have my son go without it. So you guys know the daily actions. You know the things that you need to do. You can break down your business. You can do the math. You can look at your conversions. But behind all that is what's going to change human behavior. What changes human behavior is being very, very crystal clear with what is it that is burning inside. What is that burning desire that's going to push you forward where it is really tough? What is that burning desire that changes all of your shoulds to must? I must make these calls because I have to go on a vacation with my son this year. No matter what. How well I'm doing. We stand in our way. We make excuses. Yeah, I didn't. Why? I just don't get it. Like, why? So I want to go around the room and hear from you guys. I want to hear some of these whys. That's why I did fast. I didn't want it to be too early on. I want to hear what some of these things are that are truly driving you. Go to Tori. Tori, when we think about your why, the driving force, they push you to do all these things. What is that?
My daughter Maya, she's getting her real estate license.
Beautiful. Beautiful. How old is she?
She is 21. But I have to give her praise and God of her. She has a scholarship from Long Beach State University, business marketing. She almost does. And she's just, on fire, really smart little girl, 5'2", really nice, good fire. And she's like, no, I'm gonna be the one. And the millennial, she was here, this generation, but she has all this. She's very Gemini, very focused. That's why she's an academic scholarship. And I want to show her that mommy can do it. And you can do it. I took her to the Eiffel Tower in Russia.
Nice. I'm first.
And I let her know that she can do whatever she wants. She can have a man. Nice window. So she knows what to do and she moves forward.
Wow, I love that. So just tell this. I did.
She was asking me a question. My wife, for myself, I love my kids, obviously, and they're all obviously part of that too, but I've always, for the past 10 years, been putting myself aside, and so I want to be successful and show myself what I can do. And that's for my goal for 2020 is to let myself thrive.
What does that look like? When you say like show myself, what does that look like? What do you want to show yourself?
That I can do it. That if I'm consistent and I put in the work, that I will have a return and I will feel good and it will feel good.
Now, is that based on a certain amount of transactions that you're going to do?
I don't even have like a crazy goal because I do balance. I do want the balance with my kids. I want to spend time. So my goal for 2022 is 12 homes, 12 to 15 homes. And just to be able to enjoy it and balance my family and make my clients happy. I really love working with people. So I like happy clients and it's just to feel good. I like feeling good. I want to feel good.
I want to see you guys exploit the heck out of our revenue office. Use that for events, mayor out there. You guys can use that space for events, baby showers. Like use that space to really, really grow your brand.
I have been.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Christina Dara, let's hear from you. What is behind all? So find out, break out your goals, your target, all things can do with your resources, the strategic marketing plan. But where does that feel?
I want my freedom.
What does freedom look like to you?
Dog.
tied to my computer from 7:30 in the morning till about 9 p.m. when I'm sleeping for corporate America, literally with no breaks. I want my freedom, and for me to be successful, I have to prove to myself. I will prove to myself that I'm gonna do it. And next year, my goal is going minimum goal 21, stretch 25. I don't have another option. I have to do it. I don't want to be chained to my laptop to the corner of my house and all my neighbors saying, "Oh my God, you work so much," and not like being able to literally, I mean, TMI, but it was to the point where I went to the restroom and I missed a call, I would get in trouble. I mean, I killed it, but I was tied to the computer. I don't want that.
Wow. Appreciate you sharing that. Let's get it.
You know, listen to me today, and it means that you just not wasting time. You know, scheduling, optimizing my schedule, kind of like what she said. For me, it's just not having any limits. Why? I control that. I control my schedule. So,
Man, I love this. I love this. Janet, brand new to the team. Let's hear from you.
My mom is my mom. She actually worked for the last 30 years cleaning houses, and she's been doing that forever, and she's still doing it to this day. And my job is to work as hard as I can, hustle hard so that I can help her retire and she can be prepared for old age, and then also for me to be able to set myself up.
I love that. I love that. Right? That's right. No, hey, man. Jeff.
my wife, so originally going over to Albert, it's coordinated because I want to change the dynamics. So I kept that wide when I came back. I transitioned to I want to help the community where it is legalization. So teaching financial literacy, but the way I can achieve that why the biggest why I have freedom of time. Where I can have freedom of my kids. Change the dynamics of my community.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm looking forward to seeing the next edition of the People's Podcast too. All right. Let's set up an actual podcast. So you guys have access to it. Kevin Magner, what is burning me? What's fueling all the things that we're talking about today?
I don't know, I struggle with this sometimes, but I always start with my kids, and I want them to have a better life than I had, and I want my family to be able to, hey, look, family vacation. We have a goal, 2024. My wife is from the Netherlands, and so in 2024, the Olympics are in Paris, and the Tour de France is always something I wanted to go watch. So we're saving up, and this income is going to help provide us to potentially take the month off, July 2024, to make that happen. So it's once in a lifetime thing, and that's important to us to be able to have experiences like that and show our kids the world.
Love that. I love that. Kim, what's it for you? So can I call it?
No, please. I have a lot of advice. I think one of the biggest thing is that I'm a leader in a lot of organizations. So I not only want to be the leader, but I want to keep to myself that people that do look up to me, especially the school district, the younger generation, sees that I do give back to the community, my time, and I'm also successful business person.
You're successful business person. See, guys, kind of unpacking this from today. Myself, obviously, I cannot have a session without a little bit of heart. It's just how it is. But we have to mix the heart and the logic together and make this all make sense. First off, let's break down the curve. Right? If you're brand new, then you don't have much data to go off of. If you're a senior team, you already have questions. You have some line of data that you can go off of and measure. We're going to get into this cadence of accountability. What does that mean? Cadence is all about rhythm. You're going to hear me say these phrases all the time. Cadence of accountability. What that means is that's going to take some time. What I want to see you guys, not for me, not for Kenny, not for anybody else, but for you, for the kids, for the why, track everything in CSU. I'm going to declare to you and I promise you, you will see growth in your business if you put everything there. Because how can you track? Do not measure. Because running a business Get clear on what your goals are for 2022. Now you have a breakdown on how you actually put your money. Now you understand what your net operating income is, so you can be very realistic with what your goals are. Because when Michael said he wants to make $100,000, guess what? If I say I'm making $100,000, I gotta make 140, 150 for me to take home. He doesn't want to make 65, he doesn't want to make 70,000. You know, to really set your goals. Knowing your daily number, your daily target for conversations. It's simple. Talk to more people, close more real estate. That's it. Talk to more people, close more real estate. It's very, very simple. But what we do is we get wrapped up in some busy shit. Busy shit that didn't help us do anything that day. How many of you are fearful of making phone calls to strangers? Okay. In order for you to get better, you just have to do it. Baseball, you can strike out 7 times. Get 3 hits, have a 300 batting average, you're a star. 7 times I can strike out. Pick up the phone. Understand how you're getting your business down, where all the business is coming from, and make sure that you have a strategic marketing plan for every single lead source. How many open houses am I going to do? How many meetings am I going to do? How many people am I going to reach out to every single month? How much content am I going to push every single month? Put that into a strategic marketing plan to start something. That builds your active schedule. What is my daily schedule? What is my weekly schedule? What is my monthly project that I will accomplish every single month? And then do a self-assessment. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are my opportunities? And what are my threats? That's why the business. So it all comes together. The end of the why, because you guys, nothing should stand in your way. If you say, I want a life of freedom and abundance for my children, I want to be able to go to Paris for 2 years with my kids, then he's not going to fall down and not make his call, because now he's like meant that. If you know Kevin Maggie, he's not going to care about this. So it's got to come full circle for you guys. So what I want you guys to do is start writing everything down. Start planning, start putting stuff in your calendar, start doing the math. If you need help with formulas, call me. If you need help sitting down and refining this, call me. If you want to get on one-on-one coaching session, schedule that with me. I'm down to walk through all of this. But what I will not and what I refuse to do is move into 2022 unclear about where we're going. Each of you should say, move, I got something. I got this. This is my year. But it's only going to be you guys plan, break this shit down. You guys have the support. You guys have the coaching. You guys have the mentors. You guys have everyone around you, brothers, sisters, Slack, my network, every single resource that you possibly could ever need in business to be successful. You guys have it. Personal accountability. Cadence of accountability. That's what's going to change you guys' business. I promise. Cynthia, before we head out, you have something you want to say?
Oh, yeah. I was like, no, what am I supposed to say? So on December 1st, we are going to be, oh, it just rotated towards me. That was weird. So on December 1st, here from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., we are going to host the new RPA training class. It is to keep your tails out of court. For every 100 transactions, 1 goes to court, right? So let's keep our tails out of there. It'll be posted on the Team Fast calendar really soon. We'll stream it here. We'll have workbooks ready. Come ready to sit on our tails for those 4 hours and soak in and learn. It's going to be really intense. It's going to be fast. It is taught by Doug Hutchinson. Thank you. He's one of the most amazing trainers out there. And
From CAR.
From CAR, yep. And yeah, Kenny's providing the space for us. It's an $80 class, so we're giving it to you guys for free. Please, please, please do what you can to be here. We'll have the RPA printed out for you guys to take notes on, highlights, and use it as your template for this upcoming week.
Yes. It's just be faster, or should we invite other people that may want to do that?
I think every event we've had has been open to everyone.
Yeah, this is something.
Yeah.
Abundance of-
Unless otherwise noticed, like our events are all public.
Unless it's like for you guys for confidential dinner.
Yeah.
or
Right.
Custom lunch, those things are private, but yeah.
Awesome.
And then.
Is it just here or are we doing Brentwood too?
It's just here. From 9 to 1. Yes. Oh, good question. Can you bring your TC with you? So the TCs have it's open to everyone.
Yeah.
But the TCs have their own training as well, where CAR conducts their own TC trainings for the RPA. Any other questions?
I know you had a thought for any other questions about doing like division or.
Oh, yeah. So following up to this event, Amy's super excited, our creative gal. So following up to this event, we're going to be hosting a vision board shindig.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, super excited, right?
Where are you guys
Yeah,
gonna get the
it'll be
magazines?
fun.
What?
Where are you guys gonna get cutouts?
Oh, yeah, so bring some magazines with you from home, bring some
We'll bring
magazines.
some too.
We'll bring some things for you guys as well, and it's gonna be family friendly, so, bring your kids, have your kids do a vision board.
that'd be
with
cool.
you. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Little party, so you already have to do the magazines, what's the print stuff?
Oh, yeah.
So, we'll get the magazines. and
Where
you
are
guys
we doing
print them.
Where are we doing it? When? TBD. After December. It'll be.
Make sure you put it on the calendar so you guys see it, so.
I think it'd be cool you did right like after December before Christmas, because then the kids will have vision board. The
Yes.
parents will know what to get them
Totally,
indirectly.
indirectly, yeah.
There we
I love
go. Yeah, and if you have questions about that, don't hesitate to reach out about the vision board thing or the RPA thing. And I'm stoked about the upcoming session.
Me too, me too. So you guys, real quick before we get out, we're getting, key takeaways from people, let's go around the room. Patrick, what's your key takeaways from today's time together with all this?
Build a plan,
Yes.
organize, optimize your weekly daily schedule, set small, short-term and long-term goals, and write anything out.
Ooh, I like it, fire.
You write it
Here's the
out?
thing, you guys. We always talk about the goals. The goals are the last these indicators that daily activity, that daily hustle. Freddie, let's hear from you, brother. Takeaways from today's session.
I'm gonna do like Patrick. I'm just gonna read the board. I mean, which is the same thing, is plan everything out, write it down, and execute, right? Whatever business plan you might have.
Yep.
Basically the same thing, but I'm not reading all that.
Rebecca, Rebecca, takeaways. Rebecca. Yeah.
I'm gonna be more laser focused on my community and utilizing the Brentwood space.
Good. I love it. I love it. Other Rebecca.
Mine is, I want to reach different markets, get comfortable with going to different open houses, even if it's not just my little area. So I'm gonna start trying to attend different open houses. My follow-up game, I need to nurture these during the holidays, sending them messages, letting them know like, hey, I'm still here, happy holidays. And I want to send mailers for whenever I have a sales tax, I do want to send like 200 just sold around that community. So I do want to do that.
Good. Put it on your calendar. It's not on the list. Doesn't exist. Then take listen to the session.
So I think I realized that maybe I can set my goal higher than I thought, like financially. It's good to make me think about the steps I need to take every single day to get to my ultimate goal for the whole entire year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just feel in a better position to take one step forward each day to get to where I want to be.
Love it. Love it. Russell, let's wrap up with you. What we take away from today?
Well, for me personally, the optimal schedule is what's going to make it better and get me to where I want to be for 2022. And then break down my year. Like I gotta do that self-assessment.
Totally. So if you need your numbers, I give you your numbers, or we can really look at where all your business is coming from, price point, after sales, everything. All right. So guys, we want to thank you. We We have a lunch and learn afterwards. Feel free to hang tight. Yeah.
Amazing lunch.
Hold on, hold on,
Regular
hold on,
lunch.
hold on.
Come on now.
You
Come
guys,
on now.
after this, we have a phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
Come on, look at the shoes, man.
Jeez.
Come on.
Much better than that. So you guys, I for being here, but I want everything to be about action, about emotion, about doing things, not just come and learn. That's one thing. You guys, I want you to apply. I want you to be disciplined. I want you to commit to 2022 being the best financial year that you possibly have. Who could be affected by my successes next year? My mom just told me she wants to retire. But it's just so action, discipline, execution, you guys. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the class is how to make money during the holidays. So kind of it's sort of cheating on 2022 a little bit, and you get a little head start. So this is the class is all about how to have fun on holidays and get yourself super set up for 2022. What you do today shows up in 90 days. The holidays now, it's like Santa scarf and fancy shoes, because it is now the holidays. So you gotta have fun and just crush it with your goals. Can't wait to share with you guys some ideas I think you'll be able to implement. Like
Cool.
tomorrow.
What time you guys want to get started? I'll give everyone a quick break.
Yeah, so we've got lunch, so I'm gonna, maybe somebody can help me carry the lunch and we'll set it up here in the kitchen. I'm Kelly. with
With
PRG.
this recording, we'll start a new one in half an hour for the
Katie
lunch.
Velasco. She